Welcome to What's the Scenario with PLRB, where we explore claims and cover scenarios relevant to insurance professionals. I'm Brendan McLaughlin.
Hello, I'm Mike Brode.
I'm Andrew Lucius, AVP of Weather Catastrophe Services at PLRB.
And I'm Dylan McDermott, Weather and Catastrophe Analyst.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the weather team. All right, Dylan, what's the scenario?
Yes, the scenario is a supervisor leads a team of very needy cat adjusters. Over the course of the year, the supervisor fields many questions as it comes up in their claims. Was there hail on a certain date? Was there lightning in the area? There's a hurricane coming soon. Where can I get news about it? Winter weather causes slip and fall. Where can I find information on wildfire perimeters in California evacuations? For help herding all of these cats, we'll head to PLRB.org.
All right. And for the icebreaker, I thought I would, since I inserted the cat pun into this title, I've always been curious, do you guys get a lot of cat puns in your at conferences, or I'm not that creative. I know you must have dealt with this before.
I do, especially for my friends too. If I tell them I'm like a weather and cat analyst, they're like, "Oh, you analyze cats? You're like a vet." But usually it's just from them because they're a bunch of jokesters. So, what about you, Andrew?
No, not really. Remember one of our old employees, she's retired now. She's an attorney and she had just started at PLRB, and she was on the phone with someone and talking about all her cats on her desk, and the PLRB employee was like, "Well, can't you move all these cats? So like, get them out of the way." So I don't know. That was kind of funny.
That is funny.
That's great. That's great. All right, let's head into the scenario.
All right. So I think we might have a record here, Brennan, for the most scenarios in one episode of What's the Scenario.
Yeah.
I couldn't keep count.
Yeah. So as we just went over in the scenario, we're going to go over all these other scenarios here where we're going to investigate hail, wind, tornado, or wind and tornado, lightning, power outage, winter storm, slip and fall, hurricane forecasting data, and wildfires.
Wow. And all of this we can find at PLRB.org?
All of this and more.
No way, Dylan. That's crazy. Yep. I got to see this to believe it.
Yeah. Well, let's get started here. Right. So strap in here because it's a lot to cover here. So
I'm ready.
So our first point we're going to go over here is the winter storm. Could a winter weather have contributed to a slip and fall, which is a very common occurrence? So for this, we can get a full weather report from PLRB. And so we know that this slip and fall occurred in Iowa City, Iowa, between December 13th and 15th. The date for this case was December 14th, but we add on an extra day of our search just to give us some extra data that we might have missed in 2024. So from PLRB.org and the Weather and Cat tab, we can go to the historical weather tab below and click Get Full Weather Report. And this includes precipitation, snowfall, and more. So the first thing you'll see here is just a list of storm reports. And so these storm reports are verified storm reports from either like a weather station or just a person who observed the weather, and it was verified by the National Weather Service. So as we can see here, there was a lot of freezing rain reports on December 14th, 2024, just in Iowa City, within 10 miles of our search address. And if we scroll further down into this PDF report, which you can export on the full weather report page, we can see that there's also observed precipitation results, which is the estimated liquid precipitation amount. So if it was snow or ice, it doesn't matter. This is the estimated liquid precipitation amount. And also a snowfall analysis, which is a mix of modeled and observed data. And so here we can see that there is also some snow less than an inch on December 14th. And there was also some freezing, or likely some freezing rain, but which we saw from, if you put the observed precipitation with the storm reports, you can come to the conclusion that there is some freezing rain as well. And also on the PDF export, there is weather observation station results within your search radius of this address. So you can click hourly observations PDF here at the bottom of each day, and it will open up a link to the local climatological data. And so here we see that we have the hourly observations and this one I clicked on here is for December 14th, which you can see in the very far left column of this PDF. And also it gives you like the time and the station type, sky conditions, all this weather data that you could need for that day on the hour. And so for this case, I thought it was particularly interesting that under weather type, we see some notation here for freezing rain and rain throughout the day. So that tells us that at the nearest weather station, there was freezing rain.
Huh. May I make an observation, Dylan?
Absolutely.
Aha. May I be so bold? This to me is fascinating because I think a lot of people out there, a lot of our members, when they think of the weather cat team, not only think about cats, they think about, well, this is only property. And look at this. I was an old casualty adjuster. We used to investigate slip and fall cases all the time. Little did I know that I could go out to the weather cat department, find the weather for that event, and either validate or have a potential defense argument that there wasn't any weather that should have caused a slip and fall. So you're not just for the property team, you're for casualty peeps too. So round of applause.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, this is all really good data. Yeah. So that's it for the winter storm. We're going to move on now to some hail damage. There's some hail damage, some roof shingles in Illinois. So this is a common occurrence, especially down in Texas over the summer. You get a lot of hailstorms and some very large hail. So here we've pulled up, we've gone to the historical weather page, or historical weather tab in the weather and cats page at plrb.org, and selected the hail search page. And so this tool that we pull up, we can select a date range here. So I've put in August 16th, 2025, where we think that some hail damage occurred to a roof in Illinois. And we were able to plot the NWS hail reports, the maximum and the maximum estimated size of hail, which shows up as the polygons in the background there on the map. And so this is really good because you can zoom in here on your address and see how close the hail reports are. And these are verified hail reports, just like the freezing rain reports that we had on the winter storm, on the full weather cat report.
Yeah, it kind of looks like if you're watching the weather on TV and they have one of those maps and
radar.
Yeah, the radar coming over it. But it's one of those that you get to control. Right? You can kind of zoom in and see exactly where the radar. I mean, it looks kind of like it's almost in blocks. You can kind of see, how intense the hail was in a certain area.
That's right.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah. So, this is derived from radar data too. So everything you're seeing is basically, like you said, the radar data. So you can see what it kind of gives you an idea of what was going on there at the time of your search. So this is a really, really powerful tool. And you can also see the severe thunderstorm warnings as well from the National Weather Service. And you can click on those and it'll tell you what the National Weather Service said to expect with that storm coming and the time. So there's a lot of really good data here for the hail reports.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. So our next one here is we do lightning reports.
No,
so the scenario here. What's that?
No, you don't.
Well, believe it or not, yeah, we do.
All right.
So,
very good.
Yeah. lightning. So here the scenario is lightning damaged commercial equipment.
Huh.
Yeah. So this happened here in Darby, Pennsylvania, on July 31st, 2025. And so I put this here into our search bar, the lightning report page, and got a very beautiful PDF report of our data. So, and here's just a quick screenshot. If you can see see my screen here. It says July 1st. Sorry, this would be July 1st search date, not July 31st. The highest lightning probability that day was 100%. And then we also have some satellite detection data where it says also on July 1st, and it gives you what hours of the day lightning was detected via satellite. Yeah, so for many years, PLRB has been archiving lightning probability forecasts. And so these lightning forecasts are updated hourly, and we aggregate these hourly forecasts into a highest lightning probability of the day as a percentage, which is where you get that 100% there for July 1st, 2025.
And do you think, Dylan, would it make a distinction between fireworks that were probably going off at that same time and lightning?
That's a really good question.
That's why I'm here.
Yeah. I don't think so, but it's actually I'm curious now. I'm gonna have to go look that up and see. But I'm sure they have a way to differentiate between the fireworks and the lightning. Yep.
We'll have you back on for that scenario.
Yeah,
there we go. Yep, anytime. Let me know. And it always detects lightning from the tops of the clouds, and it detects both cloud to cloud and cloud to ground lightning, but it can't distinguish between those two. So, and the resolution can also vary widely on the lightning data. So we consider it a general area of lightning. It won't have pinpoint accuracy. And the next scenario is a power outage caused a business to close. So recently there was a winter storm down south that probably caused a lot of businesses to close.
Yeah.
So here we're looking at Jackson, Tennessee. It had to close. One of the businesses there had to close due to the winter storm. And if you remember the last episode, Andrew went over the power outage data and in good detail. So if you haven't watched that, go check that one out. So here I just went to that page, and just like all of the other reports, I just put in the address and the date and then a search radius and click search. And I was able to get the date and the time that the power was out in my search radius and how many customers were out. Here it says 1. So that could have been the address. Maybe there's only a
lucky person. Yeah, geez, wow.
Yeah. So and then it gives you a map, so you can kind of see like where that point might be, and then it also gives you an outage cause after a while. So here we got ice, sleet, frost, and so that kind of tells us that there was a winter storm, and so it was probably that outage was caused after investigation by ice and sleet. So
this time it wasn't a squirrel, right? Or maybe a squirrel was up there trying to protect the electrical lines.
Yeah, you had acorns up there, and
right.
Yep. Yeah. So and we archive this data every 10 minutes using the poweroutage.us API. They collect the records and aggregate live power outage data from utilities all over the United States every 10 minutes.
Ooh.
That takes us to our next scenario, which is a wind/tornado scenario. Yeah. So here we had a tornado damaged a house, and this is the Mayfield tornado.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think it's 2021, I believe. December 2021. So we pulled that up here. And this is a very, very, I guess, famous tornado. So there's I'm sure a lot of people have been looking at this one.
Yeah.
And just like the other reports too, you just go to the weather and cat page at plrb.org. And under historical weather, pick the wind and tornado search. So here you can put the search date and address, and you can see all the wind and tornado reports. So we have like high wind damage, tornado reports, damage assessment points. So just anytime damage was assessed by the National Weather Service, they make a point. We have those. And then we also have the damage assessment lines. So if there's a tornado that went through, you can see, what was that tornado rated on the EF scale. And then we also have the damage polygons, which you can see on this image here, the screenshot for the Mayfield tornado. You can see where a certain level of tornado damage was recorded, and so you can kind of see where the swath of the highest wind tornado damage was along that path, down to very good accuracy. So that can help you if you need to see where exactly a tornado went. You can use the damage points and the damage polygons and damage lines to get a really good idea of how close that was to your search address.
Yeah.
Yep. So so this is all really good information too, similar to the hail report. So I'll move on.
There can't be more, right? There more, Dylan?
There's more, believe it or not. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, fire.
Yep. So the next one here is so we wanted some information on fire, and so you can get there's a lot of information on the wildfire page. So you can get the California active evacuation zones, which those are very common when there's a fire. Think of like the fires near LA last year. You could go see where those evacuation zones were.
Yeah.
You can see current fire point locations, Canada fire point locations, current fire perimeters, and here I brought up a historical fire perimeter for the Garnett Fire, and you can actually click. It's this red perimeter there, polygon on the map. You can click on that, and it'll give you information on this particular fire, the Garnett Fire, in August 2025, and it tells you the calculated acreage, and you can learn more about it there. So it's very cool how we have historical fire data, current, and also you can see thermal hotspots too from satellite, so you can kind of see where the active fires are. So it's really cool. This is under the current weather tab on the weather cat page.
Can I ask a question, Dylan? Because I think this
Sure.
is true, but you can correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of claims involve like soot and smoke from wildfires. Can we have information on that as well?
Yes, we do. Andrew can pop in here as well if he'd like. But I know in the full weather report, we do have fire and smoke analysis in there.
Okay.
As well. Yeah. So we have that.
We get that data from NOAA. They look at satellite imagery, determine the relative amounts of soot and ash and haze in the atmosphere. So it's really just a general area. Not going to be super zoomed in, but it can show you light smoke, medium smoke, heavy smoke, things like that.
Mm-hmm. Helpful. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So lots of good information there. And also very common in the late summer and fall are hurricanes. And so we got pretty good, pretty lucky this year. We didn't have any landfall in the mainland US, but there's always a chance. And so luckily you can go to the current weather and forecast page under current weather on the Weather and Cats PLRB page, and keep track of those tropical cyclones out there in the Atlantic, and see there's a ton of information here. It's really good. We have spaghetti plots for the I guess like the weather models, and see like where these different models have see where they forecast the hurricane to go. So that's some good information. You can kind of see where what the consensus is, and we also have the cone of uncertainty on there, so you can see just based on statistics where that hurricane might go and like where it's forecasted to go. So if it's over the U.S., there might be a shot that the U.S. gets hit by the hurricane, and sometimes not. So and then there's also a lot of other data here, like radar data, watches, warnings, severe weather outlook, all kinds of good stuff on this current weather and forecast page, and even a lot of stuff that doesn't have to do with hurricanes as well. There's a lot of other information there.
Yeah, we had a whole another podcast episode on spaghetti models too.
Yeah, that's right. I'm hungry. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dive into those any further. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then there's also some wind gust estimate data here as well for these. I guess it'd be historical. So you have that too. So you can kind of just get a lot of information on these hurricanes and tropical cyclones.
You don't have a chicken parmesan model, do you? Just
no chicken parmesan. No.
Rats. All right, we'll work on that.
Does sound good though. Yeah, right. Yeah. We'll put that in our notes and.
Right.
Yep. And so, just to summarize here, there's just a ton of data that we have here at the weather and CAT page there on the PLRB.org. You can get, just to summarize, you can get preliminary local storm reports for, wind, hail, tornado, floods, etc. Maximum estimated size of hail, which is the mesh data derived from the radar data. Lightning and probability and satellite lightning data, daily summaries from weather stations, precipitation, snowfall, National Weather Service watches, warnings, advisories, earthquake shake maps.
Milkshakes?
Nope, not milkshakes.
Oh.
Nope, earthquakes, shake maps.
Earthquakes. All right, that makes sense.
Yep. But now you got me thinking about milkshakes.
Milkshakes and spaghetti, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And and tropical cyclones, spaghetti models, fire smoke analysis, wildfire perimeters, California evacuation zones, power outage data. If you can remember all of that, it's just a ton of data there. So go check it out. And
All right. We'll head into our 3 key takeaways. All right, Dylan, what takeaways should we take from this?
Yeah.
Oh man, there's so many takeaways. I guess the key takeaway here is that if you need weather data, just go to PLRB.org on the weather and CATS department page, because if you need it, we have it there.
All right.
Yeah.
So that was like one mega key.
Yeah, mega key.
We don't need multiple keys here.
No.
Weather CAT. Look it up. It's got it all. My goodness.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
There you go. And Mike, I don't even need to ask you where to go.
No, of course you know where to go. PLRB.org, Weather CAT Department. Look at there, right after the legal stuff comes Weather CAT, voting codes, then all the way down is education. Kind of depressing. But you get all this cool Weather CAT data right there at PLRB.org at your fingertips 24/7.
Absolutely. So I'm going to share these links in the show notes.
Awesome.
And there you'll also get a recap of the key points for this episode and links to our social media. Don't forget to subscribe and rate us.
5 stars. Right, Brent? 5 stars.
Absolutely. Yeah. And please give us a call at 630-509-8704 and leave a voicemail to share your adjuster story.
Please.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thanks. Bye.
The views and opinions expressed in this resource are those of the individual speaker and not necessarily those of the Property and Liability Resource Bureau, its membership, or any organization with which the presenter is employed or affiliated. The information, ideas, and opinions are presented as information only and not as legal advice or offers of representation. Individual policy language and state laws vary, and listeners should rely on guidance from their companies and counsel as appropriate.